Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie. If you're new here, I unbox subscription boxes and more. Today I have a box that's becoming very familiar to the channel. One of my new favorites. It is called a Birdmoss, and this is for July 2022. It's a glimpse into the magical world. Remember, this is where we combine poetry and prose with the magic of unboxings, and we get a nice relaxing break from society and get to listen to a really nice story with items to go along with it. I absolutely love this box. I find it very relaxing. Just remember that we are considered the dreamers in this unboxing. So if you'd like to go along with me and delve into the magical world of the forest and see who we are meeting this month, then please stay tuned. Alright, so this is what I see when I open the box. It was actually flat, but to save time, it was a box inside of a box. So we've got another one in here. I can really appreciate that. The curator was very nice to send this to me free to review this time, so it's possible maybe she was preserving it, so I would have a really nice, clean version of the box for any pretty thumbnails or pictures that I want to take, which I can always appreciate. I love it getting a clean box. So this is what we really see when we open it up. Absolutely love this. This month we have green with the silver, and I'm pretty sure this is the same prompt each month now that I'm noticing it. But it says, "This is the start of it all, when finally dusk begins to fall and muffle the day's noises and needs. It starts with a tug, a beckoning scent, a rustle, a faint rattle of seeds. You didn't know that you were missing from a story pouring forward in another place. You break the seal and feel the skating brush of a wing." So I break the seal, sort of, and whoosh, we feel that wing. And here we go. Here's your sneak peek. And we are meeting the frogs this month of July. The frogs, augury, A-U-G-U-R-Y. I'm not familiar with that word, but this is a beautiful art print. Kind of got like a nice little vintagey look to it. Really like that. Let's read, shall we? The frogs are observers of birds, of leaves, of tides. They know that the number of crows in the sky can indicate the strength of a coming storm. Plucking a flower's petals reveals the best day for a wedding. Every bloom, footprint, and lapping wave is a geometrical signal. The frog's augury, I'm gonna have to look that one up. I'm very curious. The frog's augury explicates the past and anticipates the future. Their insights demand courage. They find consolation in hollowed proportions. The losses of eggs, the seeds that fall to sprout, the loaves that do not rise, are all explained through comforting ratios. Therefore, the frogs are optimistic. Nature's fecundity, ooh, love that word. It brings me back to ecology. Sorry. Nature's fecundity will always bring more. The gains will always offset the losses. I do remember something the curator told me about this box now, which just got me super more duper excited about it. So as usual, we have her magical guide here, product guide, and I love that she's got handwritten notes in here, and I am so excited about this box. You dreamed to a wetland on the edge of a forest. It's a good spot for frogs, definitely a wetland. So this first item here, we've got little lily pads on the pouch. How cool is this on the little canvas bag? And usually I know where these canvas bags means we've got a crystal, and we've got a stone here. Crystal, stone, whatever you'd like to call it. It's really unique. It almost looks like bloodstone, but I'm not really sure. It's got some red up here at the top. If you can't see it, I'll try to insert pictures as I usually do. That is really pretty. It kind of looks like a frog itself. All right, let's read about let's read about it, shall we? All right. Frogstone. At first, the swamp seems unnaturally quiet. You scan the landscape for life, and then catch a small movement out of the corner of your eye. When you investigate, you find only a glossy stone. A moment later, you hear a faint croak and turn back to see two eyes regarding you. A large frog leaps upon a cypress stump, and you squat down to introduce yourself. Can they transform at will, is what you're wondering. Alright, that is gorgeous. I don't know if this is actually called frogstone or if it is a bloodstone stone. I'll see what I can dig up about that, because you guys know I am into my crystals and into my identification, but this is beautiful. Maybe it is a frogstone. I don't know if there is such a thing, but that is gorgeous. The next item is a snail shell, and look at that beautiful, coveted, eye-pleasing design. We've got the typical spiral shell. This is also known in mathematics as the golden ratio, and it appears everywhere in nature. We see it in patterns on shells, pine cones. Oh my goodness, so many places, as you guys know. This is actually absolutely stunning, and it's meant to be. It is pleasing to the eye. So we have 9.698, and she's got little snail shell drawings or golden ratio drawings over here. Soon a dozen or so frogs appear. You learn that they foretold your arrival by studying a snail shell. Given the opportunity, the frogs will devour an unwitting snail. Uh-oh, little guy, watch out. You remain the remaining shell with its mathematically perfect swirl is handy for the augury. You are given a shell. Examine its tiny coils, its striations, its delicate chipped edges. Incorporate it into any practice which would benefit greater insight. The frogs can be fierce and hungry, is what she says. That is cool. So we're identifying or looking at the spirals, the striations, of course being across here, any imperfections and chips along the outside, which I don't really see too many of that, except down here at the bottom the striations do get pretty thick. But look at that golden, beautiful spiral. I actually did a big project on the golden ratio in mathematics in 12th grade. This brings me back. This is gorgeous. All right, so without boring you guys with mathematics, because I'm sure that's what we're all here for today, right? We're going to move along and see what's next. All right, so where do you find a lot of frogs? Not only in marshlands, but in mud. So we have the next best thing. We have a clay mask here. I think that was a brilliant addition. This is a matcha clay mask by Madame Flowers. And we're going to see if we can keep that right there so you guys can see it. Soothing mud. In the afternoon, when the shade of the trees is diminished, the frogs arrange themselves in muddy water. You settle in beside them, digging your toes into the mud. I've actually done that, or not, believe it or not next to frogs, but I have done that. I could go into a whole story, but I won't. But yes, I have been barefoot in mud. They explain to you the different types of mud and clay that can be used for various results. They present you with a specially formulated powder which incorporates green clay and matcha tea. Reconstitute it to create a calming, cleansing face mask. Nice. Okay, so we've got a face mask here. So I love how we have a more normal quote-unquote subscription box item. As much as I love getting the abnormal stuff, this is really cool. It's a clever way to present something like this. And it talks on the side here about alternatives to water that you can use to make the mask. But you guys know all about clay masks. So that is ingenious. All right, so next we have this beautiful, beautiful origami paper bird. Let's look at this. I absolutely love the pattern. It almost looks like it's made out of wrapping paper or something. It's got some gold foil highlights in there with some florals and some greens. Looks like some ferns and some swirls. This is absolutely stunning. I have to admit, I accidentally saw a spoiler of just these last two items, this being one of them, and I was so afraid that we were going to have to make these ourselves. So I have to thank the curator, Shannon, for not making us make these, because this would not be my forte. But this is absolutely stunning. I really love that. That is very nice. I do plan on doing some journaling eventually, and I might incorporate some of my Birdmoss items into the journal. That would be perfect for it. So, the paper bird, because of their geometric insight, the frogs can fold a single uncut sheet of paper into all kinds of dimensional models. They sound awesome, aren't they? They often mutter blessings or wishes over the creases so that the resulting creation is more than the sum of its parts. Young froglings learn this practice by rendering frog-eating cranes. Oh, it's a crane. Okay. In paper form, while imbuing the folds with protective whispers. I love this. The resulting paper toy is used as a protective ward against the much feared cranes. The froglings have created a paper bird for you They encourage you to trace its folds with your fingertips while naming protections against your own fears. Oh my goodness. This is like almost like a version of those Guatemalan worry dolls that my friend Jean Louise introduced us to. And Jean, if you're watching this, I am very proud of you. She's as a lot of you know, I won't give it away, but there's something about her and frogs. Anyway, Jean, love you, and if you haven't subscribed to her, go check out her channel. She is almost to 1K. Hopefully she will be by the time I post this. But anyway, so for each sphere that I have, I would trace my finger along the curves, along the straight edges, along the folds rather. I don't know why I said curves, there are none. This is really cool. I'm not sure if I could get it to fold out and stand up or not. Maybe, yeah, a little bit, but I'm not sure if it's meant to. But it's really pretty. Absolutely love that. And I love the color theme. Do you guys see? It's kind of like a greenish brown color theme going on in here. I don't know how else to describe it. We've got that going, and it looks really nice. And it does have a little bit of math in here that I can't even quite remember. I forget what the symbol with the 0 with the slash through it means. Equals U equals the golden ratio. I'll have to look, see if I can figure anything else out with that. Alright, you guys, see if you can see what this means for me, because I can't read this word. Shannon, if you're here re-watching, if you can comment, please comment down below if you remember what you wrote here. I think it says like R pieces, A-U-R or A-U-G. P-I-C-E-S or P-I-C-A-S. R pieces. I'm not sure. Or piercer. That could be an R at the end. I'm sorry, but I'm not sure. But then it says observe and count the birds. Also watch the dance of the birds. The dance of the birds. I like that. I wonder if that's hinting at something. A lot of birds, as you guys know, have elaborate dances for their mating rituals. As I'm sure you've already all seen on a bunch of nature documentaries. So we're going into our last item listed on the guide, but you know there's always something extra at the end. We have a tiny, tiny little box here. And this is what was spoiled on social media. If you guys follow along, which I highly recommend that you do. Oh, it's so tiny. It's so cute. Oh my goodness, it is so cute. Let's see if my fingers can hold this thing. This is adorable. Alright, let's get it at a good angle to show you guys. I wish I had something. I have to find something to put it on. But this is going to be extremely difficult, but I promise you there's a little tiny frog in here. And what it is meant to do is clip either onto your ear. You can clip it onto the side or top of your ear, right along the earlobe on the outside, and wear it. Or you could, if you have like a plant that's strong enough, you could also kind of put the stalk of the plant, if it's not going to break, through here. I'm sure you could find some uses for it. I thought it might go on the outside of a potted plant, for example, but it would have to be a really, really thin rim. It's a lot tinier than I thought it was going to be from the spoilers. And I definitely want to say shout out to Shannon for her amazing photography of this on social media. That little guy is tough to maneuver around, but let's read about it. It's a silver ear cuff. After darkness falls, you listen to the call and response swamp song of the frogs. They share the day's predictions and discoveries. Tonight they sing about you. As midnight falls, they present you with one last gift, a tiny sterling silver earpiece resembling the smallest among them. Wear it to hear their murmured advice and blessings, even in your own world. Oh, I love that sentiment. Oh, that is adorable. The tiniest among them will travel with me and murmur their sentiment and blessings and advice. Wow. And then don't miss a little green hint. All right, so we've got a little green hint coming up, but this is a flower for your prognostications right here that she drew. So there we have it. We have the July Birdmoss. I liked this a lot. This was really fun to go through. My favorite items, oh my goodness. Oh, I think it would have to be the frog stone, and I always choose the crystals and the stones, right? And the origami bird, but I also love the snail. I love the print. I love the frog. I mean, this is sterling silver. That is really nice. I'll have to see what it's like to clip onto my ear. I don't even think I have anything thin enough around me to clip it on, but that is so cute. It's just so tiny. But we have a green sneak peek still to come. As I was digging through the squigglies, I found this little dried, looks like a daisy petal, and we've got this little card right here. This is really cute. It says, number or name each petal as you pluck it. Nasturtium. I think that's a type of plant, obviously. And then on the back, Shannon has very much impressed me with the golden ratio and a bunch of different items from nature and how they fit into the mathematical pattern. The sequence is 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. You can see the design of like the typical like nautilus type snail-like shell is drawn in here. And I wish I remembered all this better to explain it better. She's got all these intersecting lines named, and this is just very impressive. That's all I can unfortunately say. Oh man. Lily pads are another thing that have the golden ratio. I like that example, seeing as where we've got frogs. I absolutely love that she included math in here. I just wish I remembered more of this from 12th grade calculus, but man, this is incredible. I should have done some studying and researching on the golden ratio before I did this unboxing. But you guys probably want to know what that sneak peek is, right? It is for August box, which you guys can still get through mid-August. I'll try to edit the date into the video since we are approaching mid-August. But we've got Oh Dreamer and Do You Love Birdmoss and all the places to share. And we have a little leaf. And it looks like a little pendant. There's a little loop on top of it. Looks like I could put that onto a chain for a necklace if I want. It's really gorgeous. I really, really like that. That's really pretty. So in August, we are going to meet the hollow tree. So I am very curious to see what the hollow tree is going to be all about. I mean, when I think of a hollow tree, yeah, I think of a wood. I would assume that's a woodpecker. There is that one. That one woodpecker in Maryland that we have that's upside down. But I think of pileated woodpeckers, the biggest woodpecker that Maryland has, the ones that are about a foot tall, and they can literally just use their beaks and chip away at a tree until it becomes hollow, which is just an incredible sight. You see wood chips flying off as the bird works at it. You see, you hear if you're in the forest, whether you're close or far away, it sounds like there's a human using a hammer, but it's a pileated woodpecker. It's incredible. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, but that's just a guess. I have no clue. I could be completely wrong, but August is the hollow tree. So, quick reminder of details on the subscription. And remember, I have a discount code, Jessie7, which will save you $7 on your first box. And I should have put that in the beginning as well. I'll edit it in. But it's $39.99 a month, which includes shipping, or as people can say, free shipping. I think that's a really good deal to include the shipping. And as you know, it's accompanied by Poetry and Prose, which tell of a gifted dreamer. You are the dreamer. And they also have a private Facebook group, which I really have enjoyed being a part of and seeing all the posts and contributions that people make related to the themes each month. And it's like getting a daydream in the mail, and works of art and self-care rituals that engage all of the senses to create an immersive and magical experience. Previous items have included tiny moss terrariums, rare gemstones, lockets with hidden messages, protective charms, a connection with trees, elegant glass pens, luminous mushrooms, tokens from crows, and as you guys know, much more that you have seen in my past unboxings. I will have a Birdmoss playlist at the end of this video. If you haven't caught up with Birdmoss, I highly recommend that you do, and jump in on the story and be prepared for August. So let me know what you guys think of this July box and what your favorite item is. And if you haven't already, please give me a thumbs up for this video. It helps me, it helps my channel. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later. And thank you again so much to Shannon for sending this to me free to review. I absolutely love your box. I love the idea behind it. I love unboxing it. It's hard for me to get it really hyper about it because it's just such a soothing, relaxing experience that I want to pass that along to you guys as viewers. So I try to read a little bit slower maybe than normal. So I hope you guys enjoy that approach, and until next time, I'll catch you later. Bye.